My name is Reinier Dick and I'm working for Peterson Energy Logistics, Peterson Den Helder, as a fleet manager for the SNSPOOL, which is the Southern North Sea pool. Peterson is actually the facilitating partner for the logistics offshore with the vessels, but also for key operations, warehousing, and all the administration, custom facilities that comes with basically running in offshore logistics. Our ambition is to become net zero in the future. We have already achieved to become CO2 neutral from 2022, but now the next ambition is to take this a step further and go to net zero in, let's say, the coming 5 years, which is a difficult task. The first step that we took is, okay, what do we need to know before we can actually take a step towards a reduction in CO2. We took a lot of data from the vessels and checked, okay, how are the vessels actually operated and what can we do with regards to fuels. And we looked more on the data, and then we found out from Finco that there was some kind of an enzyme that's called ChangeXL, which you can dope into the fuel. But of course we don't believe somebody just on his blue eyes. So we said, okay, you know, before we actually make this investment, we're going to test this with one vessel. In overall, with the whole voyage, also with sailing, we could still achieve 10% of fuel reduction just by adding this enzyme dope in the fuel. So, of course, that was a no-brainer that we actually use now on the whole fleet. Again, you know, we are a logistic company. It's not taken that all the knowledge about fuels and technical solutions and maritime is within this company. So we have to seek outside for some assistance in explanation. And that is also where the partnership with Finco comes along. Because in-house they've got a lot of expertise in renewable fuels, in standards, marine fuels, tests. So with whatever question we had, we could actually knock on the door with Finco and discuss possible solutions and up to what grade we could actually blend, or especially with the ChangeXL, how do we communicate this to the vessel owners.
The role of FincoEnergies is a huge one in this.
In the near future, we will see an increment in using HVO blends. So HVO 2040, that will gradually go up. We're also looking in, okay, what can we do in new build? So we're discussing now what are the options going to dual fuel methanol solutions, and then build complete new vessels which can last again for 10 to 15 years. We had about 29% reduction in January by running on HVO 20. Now an HVO 20 is normally not, would give you 20% or 90%. But we actually calculated this together with all the other measures that we did. It's not only the HVO, but all the other measures that we did, we came on 29% improvement versus the normal fuels that we were using and the normal way of operations. That was January. In February we achieved 31%. So we were even a little bit better. Well, if I were them, I would keep in mind that you have to take small steps to keep everybody on board. Because if you want to go too fast, you've got a chance that you're losing stakeholders or interests of clients or vessels. The next, I would advise them first look into your organization. What can you already do in your organization to improve? Once you've analyzed that and you've got those answers and implemented, then you can actually say, okay, then we can also look at sustainable fuel types or different fuel types. There are also other suppliers that can give you or can sell you biofuels, but then you just buy the product and that's it. And with Finco in general, it's more than that, you know, it's a journey that you take together They are also there to assist you if you have questions or if you run into issues. And I believe that distinguishes them from other fuel suppliers, which is basically just a supplier. We have got a goal. Our goal is to become net zero in a long-term vision. In that journey, we need to have cooperation with a fuel supplier like Finco, more as a partner than just a supplier.